All right, going into our potentially first of two grand finals matches between Kaktuskumpelz 2000 and Team Predators. My name is Urs, and let's take a look at Red Team's loadouts. First off, for the Kaktuskumpelz 2000, we have Killing Feature, a squid piloted by Finks. It is a mine launcher. Oh boy, mine launcher Banshee squid with a rear mortar. Their ally, the Dragon's Rage, piloted by Zedian, is a Hwachafish. Left side light carronade, right side Gatling gun. Looks like we're gonna have an engagement very quickly here. Their opponents, Team Predators. We have the St. Glaswegian Kiss, piloted by Mighty Keb. It is a Gatling mortar Pyramidion. Left side light carronade and flare gun. And finally, the Wretched Egg, heavy carronade goldfish this time, piloted by Gursaguris. Left side Banshee, right side flamethrower. So I believe these teams already spotted here. Flare going out as well from the Pyramidion. That's something I haven't said in a very long time. I mean, if there's a map for the Get Mortar Pyramidion, this is probably it. Like its profile, its small profile makes it very good at navigating these tight corridors. And it also has a lot of opportunities to make usage of the element of surprise. Because, like, basically the Pyramidion is almost like a glass cannon at this point. It dies very quickly. It has a very vulnerable, large hull profile, which is just the opposite of what I just said, but low... Oh, Killing Feature, taking a lot of damage from that mine and that ram. I should pay attention to what's happening in this game. I think Killing Feature might be finished off by this Gatling. Yeah. Pyramidion is basically a glass cannon at this point. It has very high DPS, but it also dies very quickly when focus fired. And, you know, thankfully for them, they're the ones doing the focus firing. They're just... Oh, they're gonna get smashed here. Goodbye, Dragon's Rage. That's what you get for doing only 40 damage. I hope somebody gets that joke. You know, and they're kind of holding on here, but eventually they're gonna succumb to the sheer DPS of the Gat Mortar Pyramidion. Now, Pyramidion, a ship that we've used to be very strong in competitive play. It's always been popular in pub lobbies. It's a ship that a lot of people feel comfortable piloting and also crewing, because the setup is very straightforward, and it's the kind of ship you can run if you don't have crew you can trust. So, like, if you're playing a pub lobby and, you know, all your friends aren't online, you're playing with people you don't know, you give them a Gat Mortar Pyramidion and you can probably get a couple kills. So a lot of this is almost like the comfort food of Goyo is the Pyra. Like, it's a bowl of mashed potatoes, you know, gravy on top, sausage gravy, of course. You know, we're not monsters here at Guns Vicarous Online. But it's definitely fallen out of play, particularly since the February 2015 nerf, where it had its durability reduced. It had its charging speed reduced. You know, two of the most important factors for a ship whose primary virtue is ramming is durability and charging speed. So we don't see it very often. It's typically regarded among the competitive community as one of the ships that really has no place in competitive play. But, you know, occasionally we see people bring it out and it does okay. So, you know, in the right situation, it's not necessarily a team killing handicap, which is the most flattering thing I could say about it. Now, Wretched Egg is hanging out at near the flight ceiling. He's gotten high visibility. He's gotten spots on both the red ships. Looks like Killing Feature is going to be the target of the St. Glaswegian Kiss. The Gatlings are coming out. The mortars are going to be a little difficult to hit. Squid's not the easiest ship to hit with a mortar. So I'm not quite sure. You know, I don't know if this is necessarily the best decision to send the Glaswegian Kiss after them. And you see them charging through a mine. We see Moonshine for the Pyramidion pilot, of course. And utilizing that Moonshine, they can charge right through the mines. They'll take a little bit of damage, but it won't halt their forward momentum, which is the most important part. Oh, mine hit. And Glaswegian Kiss needs to be careful here. They're backing into kind of a corner there's a building behind them. And as soon as more mines start coming out, we actually have the potential for the killing feature to get a solo kill with these mines, if they are well placed. Balloon going out on the Glaswegian Kiss, probably being beneficial for them, because it's actually going to allow them to drop behind this terrain. In the meantime, Wretched Egg and the Dragon's Rage are going at it. I'm messing up my hotkeys here. The Blenderfish versus Watchafish matchup usually goes in the favor of the Blenderfish. Because the Hwacha, a lot more can go wrong with a Hwacha, because it's a gun with such a high reload. And although in this instance, that's a really nice Hwacha with Killing Feature now coming in, bumping him down. Suddenly, Killing Feature now rejoining this fight that I did not expect. Unable to finish my thought. Now Glaswegian Kiss going to come in. He's going to go for a ram. He might be able to get it here. Might be able to stomp him in the ground. Oh, Glaswegian Kiss barely able to dodge that Hwacha. Oh, wow. And suddenly... Oh, no! The squid still goes down. He thought he could kill the Pyrrha, but I think Dragon's Rage is going to be able to avenge his friend. And he does. That suddenly, just out of nowhere, a lot of action. But unfortunately, you know, after all those events have played out, the Dragon's Rage is left to deal with the heavy carry of the Wretched Egg, and I think that's going to be a 4th point for the Predators. I mean, this is one of the issues with bringing a Blenderfish on Periton. It can be very effective, it can be very fun, but it's not the easiest thing to do, because you see the Dragon's Rage has fallen into this sort of awkward spot. So Wretched Egg needs to, even though they have control of the situation, they need to be very careful with how, if they go for a ram, how they do it, because they don't want to get caught on something. There's not a lot of room for error here, and unfortunately they might have the window is now mine. Killing Feature just like, hey bro, check out my C4, you're dead. And I mean, in doing so, in trying to get that kill very carefully, not try, he doesn't want to go for the ram and miss and screw it up and bounce against a bunch of stuff. They took too much time, and the Killing Feature was actually able to sneak in a mine and just kill them out of nowhere. I guess that was probably a lock mine, considering the absurd amount of damage it did. And I'm like, there's so much action in this match. This is great. This is a fun game. I'm having a little bit of trouble following it all with people like spawning back in. And the Glaswegian Kiss, I think, might go down here as well. Oh, it barely escapes from the ram from the Dragon's Rage. Once the Pyramidion starts losing components, it is so vulnerable. It's a slow ship. It doesn't have a lot of health. It doesn't have too much armor, and it's easy to hit. So once you've lost the element of surprise, it basically, if you're in a Pyramidion and you're not charging towards an enemy, if you're not in the state of charging towards the enemy with your guns firing, you're in a bad spot. But it looks like they have managed to get gun arcs back on the Killing Feature. Mine's coming out as well. Mine's going to finish off the Pyramidion. This Mine Squid doing a ton of work. Who is Epsilon Eagle doing an immense job on that mine launcher. Picking up multiple kills with the Mine Banshee combination. And suddenly, the game is tied up. What seemed like a strong lead for the Predators has been matched by their opponents, and the Wretched Egg is being forced back. He doesn't know where the Killing Feature is. All he sees is the Dragon's Rage. And now he knows he's about to get double teamed here. Side Gatling coming out from the Dragon's Rage, a good lock mine. And yeah, I think this might be the 4th point Glaswegian Kiss coming back in. Let's see if we can finish off the Dragon's Rage. He charges through another mine. And the mine just pushes him back just long enough that he's unable to finish off the Dragon's Rage. The balloon does go down. But that means the Glaswegian Kiss has separated from their ally. The Wretched Egg is stuck behind a building. And Glaswegian Kiss is about to get dual focused by the killing feature. And eventually the Dragon's Rage. Mine coming out a little short on this one. Yeah, those mines, like, every mine hit that, oh, Banshee's coming out, doing a lot of damage. Every solid mine connection is so much more impressive because it's on a squid. Like, the mine launcher is one of the most difficult guns in the game, and firing off the front of a squid, which is, like, moving around so quickly, like, the velocity of the squid, I'm sure, is throwing off the mine, but is making it very difficult to land those accurate mine shots. And the Banshees will finish off the Goldfish. And now the Glaswegian Kiss. mine hit on their ally. Like, the Glaswegian Kiss is stuck out here in enemy territory. He has very little health. He's in a Pyramidion, so he's not going to be able to really escape. I think if they hit any mine at this point, it's probably game over. And they might not... The red team might not even need a mine to close the deal. Oh, there's the mine. There it is. Glaswegian, ooh, ducking under it. He's backing out. He's backing out. He doesn't have a lot of... He has nowhere to run. He's at the map edge. This is as far as he can go. Dragon's Rage going for a ram. He wants to finish this off quick. He misses. He goes past. Glaswegian Kiss just trying to throw out some defiant gunfire at the killing feature. Killing feature loses their armor, but no mortars. Unable to get the kill. Dragon's Rage reversing, trying to get their Gatling back in arc on the Pyramidion. At the same time, the Wretched Egg is trying to find an angle. This oldest building in the way. Glaswegian Kiss going to get bumped here. Mine coming out. Some Banshees on the Pyramidion. The Pyramidion's balloon goes down. Huasha going out. And I think that's going to be it. 5-3 victory for Kaktuskumpelz 2000. They are your Sunday Community Skirmish number 73 champion. Congratulations to them. Extremely strong performance. Mine Squid putting in work. That was a fantastic game. That's one for the highlight reel.